Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, my number 2 is Dragon Age Inquisition on the. I played on PlayStation 4. It's on isn't it on last gen as well? Like 360, PS3. It's on everything. Yeah. I've done the first 10 hours or so, and as I understand it, the game has not even properly begun yet.
Wow.
Even 10 hours in, the game still feels a little bit narrow, which is how Dragon Age 2 felt the whole way through. Apparently, Dragon Age 2 now is one of the worst games ever made or something, but I quite enjoyed that at the time. Inquisition, though, is something else altogether. It's already completely clear that this is BioWare at their most focused and their most inventive.
Oh, really?
The only problem is that it's also clearly a Skyrim-style time sync.
Right.
You really have to be prepared for that. I mean, I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to choose to get completely and utterly lost in this over Christmas, and I suspect that those people are going to be pretty much blown away by what they get. Again, it's too early to say, but I'm getting Mass Effect 2 vibes from it, just in sort of terms of how smartly structured it is. And you didn't like. What was your problem with the dialogue? You just didn't.
Maybe. My boy made me choose the fucking stupidest looking character, which is just a green woman with big horns, and she's just rubbish. And I just said she kind of looked like if Miranda was in Doctor Who, and I think that was a large part of the problem. I think I might just restart it, seeing as it's fucked anyway. I think I might just start from the beginning with a character I actually like.
Okay, I hope you're not talking. Don't talk shit about the horned woman, because that's who I pick.
Okay.
That's who I pick. But yes, I just got similar vibes from Mass Effect 2, because there are places in the game, locations, that I kind of hated visiting, just because the way they were animated, they had a kind of grim history to them. Maybe it's just all in my head, but the grimness of the story of Inquisition is kind of everywhere, and it's really tantalising, and it's never tasteless or anything. It's just it's grim in a really palatable way. Over the 10 hours that I've played so far, the game kept getting better and better. And once I discovered how to do everything and how everything works and where everything is, and the temptation was just to throw the phone off the hook and just get lost. What I will say in the negative, as we mentioned earlier, they really. I mean, this is a much buggier game than I'd heard. Almost all of the bugs that I encountered are cosmetic, but occasionally I saw. I mean, I kept seeing NPCs either vanishing in large groups and then reappearing, or walking robotically into scenery. And there are loot pickups. Loot pickups have a habit of not registering if the ground underneath the loot isn't completely flat.
Right.
If you have to get up a comrade in combat, the little dial is so small you can't even see the progress. Really, it's a really strange decision. But sometimes they're much more fundamental. There was one incident where I had to partake in a horse race, but the horse that I needed to race had vanished into thin air, so I couldn't do it. So, it's sketchier than I'd heard, but on the whole, aside from sort of the odd surprise, aesthetically it's very rich and it runs very smoothly, again, except in the occasional cutscenes where the frame rate tends to dip a little bit. But you have to accept things like that in a game of this ridiculous size. And I have only dipped my toes in, but the fact that it's already starting to win Game of the Year awards is like, of course it is. It's BioWare doing what they do extremely well. And yeah, I mean, I'm loving it. And the multiplayer is really fun too. It's very reminiscent of the co-op in Mass Effect 3, but you move through areas rather than holding firm in one space.
Okay.
So it's.
I didn't even know that was the thing.
Yeah, neither did I. I saw multiplayer. I was like, what the hell? But it's basic. It's more or less a reskin of the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. But I really enjoyed it. It's simple but very, very entertaining. So yeah, Dragon Age Inquisition. I've only done the first 10 hours. Like I said, I feel like I'm just starting the game. But it's very, very fine so far.